Employers were the primary source of information for this project. During the course of the Green LMI project, the team heard from close to 50 green employers in focus groups and surveyed 665 companies from the St. Louis region. From all of these conversations emerged themes about where the green economy is headed in the region and what employers are seeking in terms of skills for their employees that can help them capitalize on the green economy. More than half of those surveyed reported that becoming environmentally efficient was important to their company's success.
5 years ago, when I started with the company, it was hardly ever talked about. About 2% of all projects in the country in 2005 were even had any kind of green rating, and by last year, 2009, that number had jumped to 33%. If a third of all of our projects are going to be built to green standards, then we really need to understand and embrace it, because if we don't, we'll get passed by our competition.
Our main mission is to produce products for farmers that produce higher yielding crops while requiring less inputs such as land, energy, nitrogen, etc. So everything we do is about sustainability.
It is important for our region to understand exactly what skills and credentials employers seek as they hire for green jobs at their companies.
There's what I'm going to call the white-collar level, which is the engineering function, and then there's the blue-collar level, which is the execution and the tradesmen, the carpenters, laborers. In the field, it's really important to understand, what does it mean to build a green project? What does that mean when I'm disposing of waste? How do I treat this building while it's under construction? In the white collar, in the more engineering sector, it's about understanding what are the requirements that have to go on, what are the different calculations that are going to transpire as I interpret the architect's documents.
In general, I think it's about the mindset and people thinking about creating a sustainable world. And at Monsanto, we want everyone to understand that what they do every day is linked to a sustainability vision.
LEED construction, which is Leadership in Energy and Environmental Design, is the most widely accepted and used rating system, and there's a credential associated with that for professionals. When I got my accreditation in 2007, I was the second person in the company to have it. Within 16 months, I had convinced our executive committee that this is the trend, we need to keep up, and we did internal training, and that number went from 2 to 33 within 16 months.
In addition to some of the advanced skills that will come with green, many employers said they still seek the same basic skills they've always valued.
In general, an ideal candidate would have analytical thinking, critical thinking, great relationship skills, and results orientation.
Many of the sustainability skills can be learned on the job.
I mean, the carpenter is still framing up whatever needs to be framed, except that they have to treat the environment differently. So, for instance, when you're stripping away your concrete forms, wood goes in one dumpster, metal goes in another dumpster, other things go in that third dumpster. So it's subtle differences. I think it's a cultural piece within your corporation that says, yes, the environment is important to us, and yes, we have a role and responsibility in maintaining some sort of level of decency, if you will.
We also heard from employers that it is important to encourage basic sustainability training so employees have a base level of understanding and can apply sustainability practices with little supervision throughout the company.
The learning curve is so steep, it really takes a lot of effort on our end. And if we can distribute, our philosophy is if we can distribute the knowledge among all of our employees, that learning curve will flatten out, and it will cost us less money to be able to implement and do this type of work.
Yeah, so it's using that one.
Employers are generally positive about their experience with training institutions, but there is still room to grow.
Everybody, wow, interesting.
I would ask the academic community to dig deeper into what are the additional things that we can be doing to use our resources more responsibly. What are the new ideas that we need to generate to make ourselves more efficient and thereby more competitive?
In the end, this conversation between employers and training providers will be the key to ensuring our workforce is well prepared to meet a quickly growing green economy.